let me take a picture right here.
Look at that little butt.
Little cheekies.
Butt. Look at it.
Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we are in the beautiful Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto, we love Puerto. Puerto.
More specifically, we're by the Malecon, in case you can't tell. So a lot of these beach places in Mexico, they have what's called a Malecon, which is simply a boardwalk, and I guess in English. No.
Está bien, gracias.
What was I saying again? I already forgot.
Yeah, guys, this happens a lot. You'll be working, and then people just start talking to you. I think it's because in Mexico, everybody's a lot more friendly, and people just talk to one another around here. So you kind of have to put up with that. That happens all the time. So let's get Brittany back in the mindset. You were talking about how more specifically we were on the Malecon,
which is really a boardwalk.
Yes.
And so usually, like we said, I can't even speak anymore.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you, anyway.
So in Mexican towns, they have these colorful signs a lot of the time with the name of the town. So this one's Puerto Vallarta. When we were in Chapala, it said Chapala on it. Ajijic has one. Jocotepec has it. La Paz has it. So Bucerías has it. So when you go to a lot of these towns with the water, they usually will put it on the Malecon, these signs more specifically. So you may be wondering, what body of water is this? Where is Puerto Vallarta? This is called the Bahia de Banderas, if I'm correct.
Okay.
And Puerto Vallarta is in the state of Jalisco. And it's very humid. It's very beautiful, but very hot, very humid year round. But it's very nice. Actually, we're right near the Centro. Wow. I'll show you guys. Centro is really nice. They got a lot of nice things here.
All right, let's do it. So over here is more towards the center?
Yeah, over there, yeah.
Okay.
So this is still the Malecon. It's pretty long, actually, the Malecon. It says Vallarta right there. That's cute. They even got like Starbucks, they have Domino's, we're gonna see a Burger King. They have a lot of American chains here because, well, who doesn't want those things?
Yeah, well, the Americans sure want them, and there are tons of Americans here, tons of Canadians here, tons of foreigners in general, right?
Yeah.
Tons of foreigners here. You'll be walking around and you'll just see a bunch of Americans, or, you know, foreigners, because they're not necessarily American, but they're speaking English.
Yeah.
So you see that a lot.
So this is not our first time in Puerto Vallarta. We were first here in 2021, but we didn't have the YouTube channel, so this is our first time showing you guys Puerto Vallarta. So, as is typical in the Centro, there's a big church, so you can see straight ahead.
Yep.
And, of course, it wouldn't be the El Centro without the gazebo. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's beautiful. It's not too crowded today. It's a Tuesday afternoon. It's a little cloudy because we are in the rainy season.
Oh, I am happy it's cloudy, but
yeah.
Oh man, it's still hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, we came in 2021 in November, and it was still hot and humid.
Right.
We're here in August, it's hot and humid. Nice colorful stores here. Look at that, it's colorful, very colorful. So let's talk about who Puerto Vallarta is a good fit for. Well, as we mentioned, it gets hot and it gets humid. So if you're a person who can deal with humidity,
if you're a human,
year round, it doesn't bother you, or maybe it does bother you, but you can handle it, you don't really care about it so much, this would be a really great town for you. I mean, honestly, we both think Puerto Vallarta is really a beautiful place, a lot of great things here, a lot of great pros and cons, you know, a lot of pros about living here as well as cons. So It does get very hot here. Also, say you don't speak Spanish that well. Well, this might be a great town for you because a lot of the Mexicans here speak English. As far as we've noticed, I should say.
Yeah, as far as we've noticed, there's a good mix
Yeah.
over here. Let me tell you, on the subject of whether this place is good for you or not, I mean, listen, this is the center. You got to remember that. You have, I mean, Puerto Vallarta is pretty big, right? You also have Bucerías, which is a neighboring town, and it's pretty big. They're both very, very big, very beautiful, and both very, very expensive. Of course, again, this is the center. So again, this is the center, right? So you got a lot cheaper places than the center. But, you know, Puerto Vallarta is a pretty expensive place. Even Bucerías, which is like, you know, right under Puerto Vallarta as far as popularity. It's grown a lot over the last 10 years. It used to be much more Mexicanized, but now it's a lot more expensive and more catering towards foreigners. That place is also very, very expensive, okay? Not only that, you literally, at least if you're like me, you literally need to psych yourself into going outside of your house.
Yeah.
And that's because of the heat and the humidity. Like, I got my sun hat on right now, right? It's not even sunny necessarily. It's overcast. I had to put like this spongy thing inside my hat to keep my hat from being soaking wet, and we're not even doing anything. So you have to psych yourself, if you're like me, into living, and that's something I would never want to do.
No.
It's so funny because the first time we came to Puerto Vallarta a few years ago, we felt the heat and the humidity inside the car, and it hit us like a brick wall. And we realized we would never want to be in a place like this long term. Now, I'm not saying that the people here who live here long term, I'm not saying that those people are crazy. Everybody's different. But for us, it certainly is not a place we would want to be long term.
No, gracias.
And it certainly is not a place that, you got people talking to us while we're working. Completely lost track of what I was saying.
Not a place that we would want to live.
It's definitely not a place that we would want to be, not even short term. In fact, we're here on a quote unquote vacation, even though we're working. We're actually celebrating an anniversary of ours. But once we got back here, we kind of were like, why would we want to go on a vacation in a place that we don't even want to go outside? It reminded us of how miserable we were last time. And, you know, even though we're having a nice time, it certainly is not the place that we would want to be, even on a vacation, to be honest.
So right now we are we're leaving, it looks like we're leaving the Centro. I mean, if you guys are from Puerto Vallarta, you guys know where we are better than we do, so.
Yeah.
But we are going to be headed to the Zona Romántica. Just to let you guys know. It says that it is a Zona Romántica, Zona Romántica, 12-minute walk, mostly flat. Now it's at 11. That's good.
It's so funny because the people who live in Puerto Vallarta actually go on vacation from this area that you would typically think of as a vacation destination, right? It is a vacation destination, but the people who live here, they leave to go to other areas for their vacations. Like I was talking to somebody who you guys are going to see on the channel the other day. I'm going to leave that as a surprise, but they actually went to California on vacation. A lot of the time, people who live in these hotter climates, like Puerto Vallarta, maybe they'll go to Guanajuato, something along those lines, a place where it's the weather is more temperate. So you might be coming here on vacation, but understand that if you're going to be living here, you are going to, for a majority of your time, you're going to be living inside of your home until you can actually physically go out. Gracias.
Gracias.
Until you can actually physically go out and enjoy the weather, which might be at like 5 or 6 p.m.
Some people don't mind. They work from home and they don't care.
Yeah, and some people don't care. For us, you know, we like to try to go out and be out during the day with the sunshine and enjoy the weather. So we'd prefer to personally be somewhere else. As far as traveling, again, we're not too well versed with this area, right? We haven't been living here for a month like many other places that we have. Oh, it looks like a storm's gonna
wow.
come.
Good thing are we going that way? I don't even know. We'll go this way.
So, again, we haven't been here for, you know, a month or so.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Oh, God. You know, it's close to that guy.
We haven't been here for a month, and so we don't know too much about the area, but we can tell you that getting around by Uber has been extremely reliable, and it's been very affordable so far.
Yeah, with just, you know, if you want to go to Walmart, it may cost you like less than $5. You can go, depending on, again, where you're coming from apart. But like, I'm just going to give you guys an example. Maybe like a 10-minute Uber ride may cost you less than $5. With the current, you know, exchange rate, it will fluctuate.
Right, it all
And
fluctuates.
this is 2023, by the way.
Yeah, 2023.
We should go, let me see, hang on. Is this Augustine Street?
Oh, perdón.
Sorry. Yes, we're gonna go this way. Hola.
Buen día, buen
hola,
día.
Hola.
Not long ago, Puerto Vallarta was actually hit with a massive hurricane. Puerto Vallarta, Bucerías was hit with a massive hurricane that destroyed so many different areas. The kinetic cannons did an amazing job documenting that time. And so that was really scary. That's something else to consider. If you're going to be moving to a place like this, you're prone to, you know, natural disasters of certain types. So you got to keep that in mind. Again, you know, we're not pretending like we know too much about this area, because we certainly do not. We haven't lived here for an extended amount of time like we have in many other places. But Puerto Vallarta, Bucerías, any area you go to is going to have the Centro, and it's also going to have. Perdón.
Sorry.
Dinero? No tengo cambio. Yeah, so people don't care when you're working over here; they'll just talk to you. So anyway, what I was getting at was, you're gonna have surrounding areas in Bucerías, Puerto Vallarta. They don't even have roads, right? Over here in the center, you have the cobblestone streets, but they don't even have roads in certain areas. You know, if you're looking for a place to live, you can certainly find a place in the surrounding areas for probably around, you know, 300 USD, 500 USD, something along those lines. Certainly nowhere near the center. At least, you know, it's not going to be a typical circumstance, but you can certainly find it. Just like you can in most places in Mexico. If you go out to the surrounding areas, the outskirts of certain towns, you're going to be able to find very affordable places to live if you're coming from the United States, or, you know, you have a foreign currency of a certain type.
No, gracias.
Oh, gracias, gracias.
There's a lot of nice, like, little shops around Malecon and things like that, restaurants. We keep going this way, I guess.
And also keep in mind that when you're in no, gracias. Keep in mind that when you're in an area that is catering towards tourists, you're going to have a lot of people coming up to you. When we stayed in Nuevo Vallarta, we were in Nuevo Vallarta for probably about a month or so. And when you're at the beaches, you're never left alone. You're constantly being bothered about restaurants, constantly being bothered about, you know, do you want to buy this or buy that? So until you establish yourself as a local in those areas and people really start to get to know your face, well, if you're walking through, you're going to get a whole bunch of people bothering you on a daily basis. And whether that's a bother or not, you know, they're trying to make a living. So, but it could get on your, nerves after a short or a long period of time, because you can't even have a conversation with somebody without being interrupted a lot of the time.
Okay, we're gonna go up here now.
Brittany and I were actually thinking about doing some real estate tours in Puerto Vallarta. So you guys let us know, Puerto Vallarta, Bucerias, surrounding areas, because I mean, it is beautiful here, You guys might be interested in it. You might not mind the humidity. You might want a summer escape. So if you guys are interested in seeing something along those lines in the future, please let us know in the comments, and we'll be sure to check out some real estate videos in the area for you.
It is very beautiful. Honestly, if it wasn't for the humidity, I think it'd be a 10 times better place to live.
Well, of course, yeah.
To live.
But that's just what you get over here.
See people over here walking with umbrellas.
Right. Like just to put it into perspective, right now while I'm talking, you guys aren't going to be able to tell, but I have sweat dripping down my face into my eyes. My eyes are burning and I can hardly see while I'm walking. And we're not doing any single thing. We're not doing anything that requires much physical activity. We are hardly even walking at a decent clip here. And we're just sweating like crazy.
No, gracias.
And just feeling really gross.
So funny, this side is the beach, and then you got this side that has like the brown looking water. With the what are those? Those are storks, right? They got the long beaks.
Yeah.
Funny. People are in the dirty water.
You got people in the dirty water over here. It might not be dirty. It might just be like muddy because it's shallow, and then you got the beach over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's dirty. I think it's just silty.
Yeah.
I think the sand gets kicked up because that's the beach water.
Right.
Hearing the waves by our hotel room is very, very nice, very beautiful. If you're thinking about investment properties, Puerto Vallarta would be the place. One of the places. You could pick up a condo over here if you're looking for an investment property and rent it out. Whatever you want to do, stay in it, whatever you want. But it's a very popular area for vacationers. So this would be a good place to invest. Brittany and I didn't want to invest here because it was just ridiculously expensive, and you're probably not going to be getting all that much for your money when compared with some of the more popular areas. It's oversaturated in these areas, so you're going to be dealing with a lot of competition.
Yeah. I think this is a great place for like short-term rentals because there's like a high season and a low season, I think, when the snowbirds want to come over here.
It's crazy. The longer you stay in such a beautiful place like Mexico, the more you get accustomed to the culture, the more that you're in these types of environments and becoming a part of the culture, learning the language, learning the traditions and stuff like that. The more you do that, the less you appreciate it, which is so sad. Because I'm looking around, I'm seeing statues, I'm seeing all these beautiful things that most of the time, back when we first got here, when we first arrived, I wasn't taking them for granted. But now I'm looking around and I'm like, just kind of like scanning them over like it's normal, and it really isn't. It's such a beautiful place. Mexico's got such a gorgeous culture. This is really nice. You got some umbrellas and some, for the restaurants on the beach. You got a pelican over there, just chilling. Really, really nice.
Mimosas, 2 for 99 pesos. That's very good.
That's very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
The sea monkey.
Yeah.
Stranded bar. Look at these nice little figurines. They're so talented, right?
It's cute.
Wow, I like the turtles.
Buen día.
Muy bien.
Gracias. Oh, gracias, gracias. Sí.
It's really good,
Okay,
actually.
perfecto.
Gracias.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sí, sí, sí.
It's a family.
It's a family.
That's
Okay.
so nice.
Like that.
Aw,
This one costs 20, this 15, and this one 5.
Okay.
Give me 25.
Okay.
25 pesos or $25?
$25. So this one costs 20, like I say. This was 15 and this one 5. Give me 25 for all I say.
Okay.
Okay.
Más tarde es mejor. Because.
Oh, the rain is gonna come. If you don't see me, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
It looks mean.
Okay. Okay. Well, viven aquí por. Sí. Oh, so, uno más semana.
Una más.
Sí. So.
So maybe
Sí.
mañana.
Sí. Mañana.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Gracias.
gracias.
Adios.
Adios. No one's really in the beach. This may not be a swimming part of the beach. Oh, they got sushi here. An oxo, come on. There we go. It's taco time. Oh,
Oh, no gracias.
no gracias. No
Nah.
sotros, no fumar.
No, gracias. Gracias.
Hope it doesn't rain because we have to go to the beach. Maybe we should go to the beach now before it rains.
It looks like it's gonna rain.
Maybe we should head there now.
Actually, this is like my favorite part of being here so
Oh,
far.
sorry.
What?
I said sorry because I said let's go to the beach and it's your favorite part.
No, I said this is my favorite part because it's cool now.
Oh,
It's starting to cool off.
yeah. Yeah, look at that.
That's cool.
Is it as hot as it was earlier? No, yeah, it still is.
Yeah.
Oh, you could sit with it.
Yeah, sit down.
Oh.
Take a picture.
Oh, está bien, gracias.
Okay.
Maybe
I speak English.
we're trying to speak Spanish.
Ah, bueno, buen practicar. Bueno, practicar.
Sí, sí. Gracias. Okay, adiós, nos vemos. Hola, hola.
Oh,
Más
gracias.
tarde. Sí, gracias.
Nice little theater they got here. Look at that. It's beautiful. I mean, not to sit outside in the heat, but it's beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, no gracias.
Oh, no,
No
gracias.
gracias. No gracias. No.
Gracias.
So as you can see here, they sell the hats and the bathing suits. Since we're 3 minutes from Zona Romántica. Hopefully that's right. Look at these beautiful like tiles. Look at these seats. It's beautiful.
Oh, the mosaic. It's like mosaic,
Oh,
right?
that's right, mosaic. Yeah, they're
I
beautiful.
think that's what it is.
Look how beautiful they are.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm over here walking around all this nice, the beautiful colors, and after being here for so many months and having the privilege of being in Mexico for so long now in a row, I was just bypassing this with my eyes. It just blends in, but really it's really gorgeous.
It really
So,
is.
But when you're here long enough, it starts to become like home, and then you don't appreciate as much what you have.
We are the world. We are the children. That's what it says on the thing. Isn't that like a song?
Yes.
And then they got like nice little tables.
It's funny, it says, "Rest in peace, the Dark Lord."
Hang on.
Then it says, Casey James Martin. There's people who've died, I think, on here.
Oh no, gracias.
Oh, no, gracias.
Power, man.
You know what's funny? Even though it's a lot cooler and there's like a slight breeze and the sun is nowhere to be in sight,
Yeah.
I still can't see
Yeah.
because of the sweat that's soaking into my eyes.
Wow.
Another thing we really noticed is there's so much building in Puerto Vallarta. So much building, a lot of construction work. So keep in mind, depending on the area you're in, it may not be the most quiet. Even where we are, we're in a hotel on the outskirts of town. They're still building. And so there's jackhammers and all that stuff.
Disculpe. ¿Dónde está Zona Romántica?
Esta es Zona Romántica.
This is it. Okay. Muy bien. Gracias.
Que buscan.
Sí.
Solo caminar. You're just looking to
Walk.
walk around.
Yeah, and maybe eat something.
Be a little early for
Okay.
eating, but
Okay.
right in the
Snack.
corner is a margarita grill.
Uh-huh.
It's probably one of the most well known around here.
Yeah. Wow.
And to the corner to the right
Okay.
is Pancho's Tacos. I don't know
Wow.
if you heard about Pancho's
No.
Tacos.
Is he famous?
It's very famous.
Okay.
So people will start lining up
Wow.
those tacos.
Wow.
Yeah. Here, all the restaurants are in this area. Yeah.
Great. Thank
The
you.
bridge, I don't know if you see the bridge. From that big building,
Okay.
over here, like 2 blocks, and then 1, 2, 3 blocks.
Okay.
And there is all the romantic zone.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Good. He explained where it is. It's great. Let's go this way. Beautiful. It's beautiful here. This is kind of like the, I don't know why this reminds me of, kind of reminds me of like the Americana in Guadalajara zone. Like the trendy, like hipster kind of like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's like the kind of vibe here, but that's what I,
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is a trendy area. I mean, so this is Zona Romántica, the romantic zone. This is another popular area. It's right off the center over there, or maybe it's a part of the center. I'm not sure, but it's very close to the center. And so, you got all this beauty around. And that gentleman was just explaining the perimeter of where the romantic zone is to us. So tons of restaurants, as you can see over here, tons of beauty, a lot of hotels.
it's a really nice
All that
place. I
stuff.
can see why. When you look up online things to do in Puerto Vallarta, they tell you to come to this part of Puerto Vallarta. You can see why. It's beautiful. They got beautiful flowers here. They got
Yeah,
the Starbucks here.
yeah.
Very like chill. Hey, look, it says Joe Jack's.
Huh?
That's you, Joe.
Joe Jack's.
Fish snacks.
That's funny.
Fish-
Joe Jack's fish
That's
snacks.
not you. That'd be the vegan. That'd be non-vegan. you.
Yeah.
Nice little garden they got up there. Little jewelry store. Beautiful flowers. A lot of construction happening. I mean, all over Mexico, but especially in like Puerto Vallarta, we see a lot of work being done. A lot
Yeah.
of construction.
Yeah, I just mentioned that even where we are
Oh.
on the outskirts, you hear jackhammering and all this construction work, even
Right.
though we're in the middle of like kind of nowhere when compared to this, you know?
Exactly. Look at this. Free medicine on bulk promotion. Wow.
Okay. One of the great things about the pharmacies in Mexico is number one, they're abundant, and number two, they're always air conditioned.
Yeah.
Wow, gorgeous inside there. I don't know what that is. Hotel Posada de Roger or Roger? Well, I know it's Roger, but beautiful inside, right?
Beautiful. Take a look. Wow, look at this. It's kind of nice and shady in here.
Brittany's got guts. She just walks into wherever she wants. It smells nice in here.
Oh, it's a hotel. It's a hotel here too. Oh, look at the nice painting they got here. This is Malecon. You can see that's the thing we saw earlier, that statue.
Oh, this is the
Guy with the butt.
boardwalk
Yes.
with the little butt.
Yeah, that's nice.
So cute. This place is very nice.
It is.
I'm so glad the sun's not out right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Brittany mentioned before, that we're actually in the rainy season, so it rains a lot. And even though it rains a lot, it's still very hot, but it's nice when you get the cool breeze and the rain because it cools everything down. And guys, as we're walking, like you see this place here, it says Miche Chawas, I think that's how you say that. Or like here, for example, Freddy's, Toucan, all that stuff. Keep an eye out, look around, and that's gonna give you an idea of where we are. You know, in case you guys need to know the streets we're on or
Yeah.
anything like that, just keep an eye out and that'll give you a good idea of where we're at. Ever since we moved to Mexico, I don't wear any like flashy stuff at all. And we've been asked for money like 5 times since we got here by people who don't even look like they need money. In other places in Mexico, not saying it doesn't happen here, but in a lot of places in Mexico, like we've been in so many different places, people will just come up to you and say hi and be nice and smile for no reason. They're not asking for anything. But like a gentleman who just passed me just now, he was like, smiled at me and nodded, and I said, buen dia, you know, hello. And then he's like asking for money.
Coming up next, stay tuned.